I had a pretty average childhood. The most challenging part, I think, was, I came to this country when I was 10, so assimilating into the American system was a bit of a challenge. But, once I got over that, I had a pretty run-of-the-mill childhood. I went to private school for both junior high and high school. We had a really huge African community in the DC metropolitan area where I grew up, so I was always surrounded by other Cameroonians and other people from my tribe specifically. So we had a very active community, and my mom always made sure that we were a part of it. So it was a pretty sheltered childhood, but it was happy. Cameroon is a country in West Africa, and Cameroon, like many other African countries, have a lot of tribes. These are groups that live in certain regions, that share a common language, that have a common history. In my particular case, I'm from the Makossa tribe, and it's from the southwest province of Cameroon. People of color who are born here versus people who are born in the place of origin, whether that be in Africa or South America or, Asia, it doesn't matter where. But when you're in the middle, you are of both cultures, but not of them as well. So while you can claim both, either community can reject you at any time. It just depends on how well you code switch and whether or not you're called out as an imposter. I sometimes struggle with it. I think I struggle with it more when I am dealing with other Cameroonians. I think I deal with it more when I am in Cameroon, which, makes sense. It's obvious. I sound different. They don't even have to hear me speak. They just know I'm different. So it's probably the way I carry myself that gives it away. But it's also interesting being here and being a Cameroonian who grew up in America. So I'm essentially more American than Cameroonian. But when I encounter Cameroonians who are new to the country or have not been here as long as I have, or they have somehow retained more of their Cameroonianness than I have, I do have the feeling that I am still other to them. And it's very strange because I think it has a lot more, there's more to it than just having a different accent. I think mentality plays a big role in it. As somebody who grew up in America, I've always identified as somebody in the middle. I've always claimed my Cameroonian heritage and ancestry, that there's never been a doubt for me as to where I come from. I think the doubt only comes in the way that people perceive me and in the way that people address me based on their idea or their perception of what that otherness is. So it's a murky place to be. Sometimes it's an awkward, uncomfortable place to be. And other times you feel quite great being in the middle because it affords you the ability to straddle two different perspectives without experiencing too much of a contradiction or a conflict. It is possible to be two things at once.
My name is Shadara Holmes. I am originally from Dayton, Ohio. I have been living in Los Angeles, California for 13 years now. I just love the feeling that I get when I make women feel beautiful and confident. So it does something for me in my inner spirit. Originally, when I moved here to California, I was a personal assistant, and I would always just do my eyes, and then I just start looking at YouTube, and I just start practicing more and more. And then from there, my boss at the time, she had an award event to go to, and she basically just told me to do her makeup, and I was like, oh. And then ever since then, I've just been doing makeup.
Like, so I lived in France. I grew up in France after I left here. And je suis parti au Congo pour visiter mon père. My dad lived there, right? And yeah, war broke out. I was like 98. And, you know, being a child, you don't really know what's going on. And I remember I was playing in our courtyard. And we have like a little drawbridge. And so the partial is enclosed, and you got a sentinel and everything. And I was just there for vacation from France, and yeah, war broke out. So initially, people start shooting and things like that, and you can hear the firecrackers. It sounds like a 4th of July or the 14 Juillet à Paris, you know. And all of a sudden, I remember I was playing with my soccer ball, and then I heard, and I look up, like right where I ducked, it was like a bullet, an AK round, 7.62 by 39, right? Bam. And I take it and I pull it out the wall, and I look at it. And then I go back inside and I ask my dad, like, what is this? And he's like, it's a bullet. So guess what? I was not allowed to be outside anymore. Right before then, I had met Mobutu. We were at the Voix de Zaire. And then he came, we went to visit him because he was good friends with my grandfather. And I remember he was wearing this little hat, and then he like patted me on the head as we're going up his private elevator. I remember that was like pretty cool. And soon after that, that's like when the 98 war broke out. I'm in those UN trucks, 6 wheels, because I'm American. Nobody's shooting at me. I see the woman trying to approach us with her baby in my hand, getting shot in the stomach while holding the baby.
Frederick, come here.
You know? C'est différent. La France, j'ai grandi là-bas, tout le monde se bat, on bastonne tout le temps. Et c'est bien, mais il faut aussi construire quelque chose. Il faut avoir quelque chose qui t'inspire. Pas seulement traîner dans la rue. On aime bien les gens, on s'aime toujours. On a l'esprit d'Africain. Mais si vous êtes ici, vous êtes venu ici pour une raison, changez un peu votre mentalité à la place d'être comme on est en Angola. Comme en Angola, on est là sur le coin en train de manger du frango. Tous les gens sont en train de la balear, danser. Oh, dame a cerveja, quero aqui, vem beber. That's good, c'est bien. Mais tu sais, eux, il y a beaucoup de personnes, beaucoup de gens qui restent là-bas, ils avancent pas. Vous avez une chance d'avancer, alors avancez. Donc, prenez votre intelligence et repartez au pays, mais ne soyez pas comme les dictateurs et les imbéciles qui sont là-bas, qui achètent des Bugatti à Paris. Putain de merde. Pendant que moi je sors, je chie devant sa porte. La richesse africaine de merde. That's it. Yeah, but you were supposed to close it.
I don't know how. Bro, stop playing.
We got slid on.
Yeah, so we're out here in the middle of Compton. My name's Ken Ngwa. I'm a filmmaker.
My name is Felix Colosa. I'm a filmmaker as well, videographer and all that good stuff, animator.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So we're shooting this event for this artist named Wally the Sensei.
Yes.
And it was kind of actually interesting because we walk into this event and then they were just like, everyone just turns like,
Kind of looked at us,
yeah,
because it's like it's Compton, you know, so you got to get a pass, and everybody kind of looked at us with like a weird look.
Yeah.
And after we got the pass, we're like, we're Gucci, we're good.
no, because it's like, where are you from?
Yeah, where you from?
Because I didn't, honestly, for me, you walk into a place and you're just like who you are. You don't think about it, you know? But he comes, he's rocking this silk shirt, I have my necklace on, and then it's like, who the fuck are these dudes?
Yeah, even the lady over there asked me who I was.
Yo, but
And
it's like,
Penn-
this is like South Central Compton, South Central Los Angeles, and there was like so much love in the community. Capitol Records was here. Big shout out to Capitol Records.
And we felt
fine
safe.
people. Yeah, because
the police are right there.
I'm not saying that shit, because like I still have to represent with my street. fuck the boys and everything else.
No, because there are no drive-bys right now because the police are there.
No, because I'm in the street all day long and I fuck what's going on. I ride high, die high. Okay, yeah. We'll cut that shit. But no,
We're gonna cut that shit.
No, but seriously, it was a great opportunity
yeah.
to meet people in the community. With the work I want to do creatively, I just want to be able to affect people. And hopefully when you see this video, you'll be affected. Ken Ngwa from Cameroon, grew up in Chicago, live in Brooklyn, but it's all love, it's all beauty, and we're out here.
No doubt. FX.
Yo, my name is Kevin Viriato. Well, I'm from Mozambique, southeast of Africa. You know, right there, if you look at Africa's map, you know, you look at Madagascar, you know, like right parallel to it, you know, right on the coast, Mozambique, you can't miss it. I've been in Los Angeles for about 8 years. Being here, you know, by yourself, you know, all you do is just, you rely on yourself, first of all, you know. You're always on a grinding mode, you know. You're always on that survivor mode. O que eu quero dizer pra minha família é que vocês têm sonhos, lutem por os vossos sonhos, vão em frente, tentem o máximo possível que vocês vão conseguir.
My name is Giovanna Quinto and I'm from São Paulo, Brazil. Have passion for what you do and be persistent and only do things that speaks to your heart. Because if you get involved into something that you really don't believe, it's hard to portray this. It's hard to get your raw emotional truthfulness, and then it might work, but like it's never what you're here for. You're here to speak from your heart and then to touch people's hearts. Uma vez eu fui a Maputo, na África. E...
Meu amigo, que é lá, de Maputo.
Exatamente. Eu era super novinho, eu tinha 14 anos e eu fui para um festival de teatro brasileiro em Maputo. E eu conheci muitos artistas que tocaram tanto meu coração e me ensinaram tanto, com tão pouco, que eu ficava emocionada todos os dias, assim. Sabe quando a gente tem aquelas experiências que a gente percebe que foi um soco no estômago, mas necessário? Então, assim, eles não têm nada e eles não reclamam de nada, eles só fazem com o que eles têm. Então, eles fazem os próprios figurinos deles, eles pegam papelão, sucata, tudo que tiver ao dispor. Se não tiver nada, eles criam através disso aqui, do olhar. Então, eu nunca posso esquecer dessa aventura que eu tive lá durante essa semana. Encontrar vários amigos africanos que me ensinaram o dialeto deles, português, mas assim com diferentes gírias e palavras, e eu acho que aquilo foi muito marcante. Então, se eu puder trazer a minha arte para todo lugar que eu for, então assim, eu quero mostrar aos americanos, principalmente porque eu estou aqui agora, a realidade brasileira, né? Como é o nosso cinema, e como é a nossa cultura, né? Então, o que é o latino? O latino não é só essa ideia estereotipada que muitas vezes a gente escuta aqui de latinos são pessoas animadas e sensuais e que adoram dançar músicas latinas. Não é só a música que a gente tem. A gente tem não é só os ritmos latinos, a gente tem a música popular brasileira, por exemplo, a gente tem a comida brasileira, né? A gente tem os temperos baianos, que eu sou uma grande fã, e de todo lugar, assim, a gente tem a parte do sul, a parte do norte. Minha mãe, por exemplo, é de Recife, uma parte maravilhosa do nosso país, que muita gente aqui não sabe. Então, assim, mostrar para eles o que é o Recife, né? O que é a cidade de Recife, o que é Pernambuco, o que é o Rio São Francisco, o que é a parte norte do Brasil, assim, as praias bonitas que a gente tem em Bahia, maravilhoso, Rio de Janeiro. Muita gente conhece o Rio de Janeiro já, mas, assim, partes do Brasil que não são muito exploradas. E como eles vivem lá. A comunidade indígena, que é muito, muito forte no Brasil e que está sendo tão massacrada agora, e me deixa muito triste isso. Então, assim, poder trazer os americanos para mais perto da nossa cultura, da nossa música, da nossa verdade e de quem nós somos de verdade.
Mon amour, pitié de mon cœur, je travaille nuit et jour pour ton seul bonheur. Pitié, toi mon amour, pitié, toi mon cœur, je travaille nuit.